So, time for a viewer requested video. We're going to go over the Kybalion. The Kybalion, or Kybalion, however you want to pronounce it. I mean, we could have a pronunciation war down in the comments if you want. Either way, it's this book right here. This is the Tarcher Penguin version. There's a really nice hardcover anniversary one that's actually at my store that I work at, and that one's kind of pretty. I debated getting that one. This one's a little banged up because it was hanging around in my backpack for a good long time back when the first time that I read it. So basically, here's what I'm going to do. I know that tons of people have made videos on the Kybalion, and I know that there's probably going to be a whole bunch of different opinions about what their words mean and this and that or the other thing. And I don't want to get into a debate about like what you guys think like my proficiency with magic is and whatever based on how I talk about this book, right? Or any of the no, it really means this or it really means that or you don't know what you're talking about, any of this jazz that you find on the internet. Basically, I'm going to do a kind of a quick fire thing of stuff that I pulled out of it that can apply to magical practice. So we're just going to leave it at that. And if you guys have anything else to add about these different the different aspects that are outlined in the Kybalion, please put them down in the comments or feel free to email me, because this is not just about me talking stuff to you. I like to learn from you guys as much as I like to talk about the stuff that I know. So, that being said, we're going to start off with the first principle. So the book basically has 7 principles in it that we can apply to the universe-ish. Well, yeah, universe at large, but magical practice, okay? So the first principle is that of mentalism. I have tons of notes that I took when I was at work today. And if you've noticed my last couple of videos, yeah, all of these are being kind of filmed on the same day. But that's because that's what I gotta do. But they're coming out like weeks apart. You guys get the point by now, right? Yeah? Thumbs up? Okay. So, mentalism. Everything is mind. That's basically what it is. Everything is mind. And to us as individuals, we experience everything as mind. So, here's what we're going to do. What's real, let's take this quote, right? What's real is electrical signals interpreted by your brain, as Morpheus said. Everything around you is an aspect of your mind because it is all the input that is coming in from the outside. Everything that you have ever experienced or done or anything that has ever happened to you has been a mental experience. Now the Kybalion takes this and branches it out to the entire universe. That the entire, everything in existence is existing and being experienced by the all. And that is basically like Ein Sof Auer from the Tree of Life kind of thinking, or, you know, the ultimate spirit, right? So everything emanates from the spirit and it's spirit expressing and experiencing itself. Also, that spirit is unknowable. Let's keep going here. So this particular principle of mentalism also defines everything as spirit, which I said was unknowable. So why is spirit unknowable? It's because we don't or can't experience the singularity of something without comparing it to something else. Basically, spirit exists within everything. It's like trying to look at the back of your own head, right? You can't you yourself are thinking, and you can try to be like metacognitive and think about thinking, but it's very hard to experience yourself. It's like turning a camera in on itself. It can't do that. The only way to kind of describe this thing is by analogies. I racked my head for a really long time of how to describe this, but it can't experience itself. So the idea and the theory that actually isn't in the Kybalion though, but we're kind of extrapolating here, is that great spirit, the energy of all that is, basically split itself up into an amazing number, limitless, of different things to then experience each other, and therefore the big thing that is experiences itself. It's like the idea of Brahman splitting up into a bunch of little things from Eastern traditions. Anyway, hope that makes sense because it's a bit of a ramble. This is really a fun text to digest, and I really think everybody gets their own kind of understanding out of it. So, yeah, as I was saying, where spirit can't experience itself because we experience things in relation to other things. Defining something is in itself a description of characteristics and difference from other things rather than just the thing itself. So, if I was to define this sweatshirt, well, what makes it a sweatshirt, right? Its configuration, its color, its feeling, its size, any of those other attributes. Spirit, or the great all, is beyond that, so it is very hard for us to define it. The principle of mentalism is the main idea that because everything is mental, we can use our minds to understand, change, and experience things. And that's why I like to say that our mind is our greatest tool in magic. It is the way through which we can manipulate everything because our mind, everything starts in here. Like I said in the mental plane video, everything starts in here and then it goes outwards. And anything that happens outside comes in and we experience it in here. This is our most powerful tool. And I think that's why it is the first principle here. It is the idea of mentalism, that everything is mind. Everything that we interact with has mind. I mean, you can argue the whole inanimate object thing, but the idea is it's very close to animism, where everything is interrelated, everything is interconnected, everything is part of the all, the great all that encompasses everything, and everything is experiencing everything else. The first principle of mentalism also states that everything is a result of the mental state that preceded it. So everything starts in the mind and then it comes out into the world. So you can apply that with your spell work through the idea of working things on the astral and mental planes prior to manifesting them here. So you've got to have an idea before it can come into being. So yeah, that'll be the first one for our little series. I don't know how many videos I'm going to make on the Kybalion because it depends on how much I have to say on each principle. But this will make up the first one. So, look forward to the next one on the playlist. Good hunting. Thanks for watching my video. So if you want to check out my playlists, I have, among others, the Simon Necronomicon, the Tree of Life, General Magic, Tulpamancy, a playlist on my books, the elements, stones, the theories that govern magic, and the gods and goddesses of Mesopotamia. If you want to check out my books on Amazon, I have Creating Consciousness, Magical Mechanics, Magical Theater, Handy Sigil Magic, Magical Movement, which is an update and expansion upon Handy Sigil Magic, Magical Mastery, which is a combination masterwork of Magical Theater and Magical Mechanics, and The Guide to the Spheres and Beyond. You can also find me on Facebook at Magickology YT. You can email me at priestofthenecro@gmail.com, and you can even check out my Instagram, which is Magickology. And good hunting.